Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to continue working on summations. So before we left, I posed this question about Gauss and how he added up the first 100 digits. And I want to start not with the first 100, but with the first 5. So if this was I equals 1 to 5, how would we do that? Well, it'd be written like this. And then we could go to 6. So the sum of the first 5 digits would be 15. The sum of the first 6 would be 21. And I went all the way down to 2. So sum of the first 2 would be 3. Some of the first 3 would be 6. Some of the first 4 would be 10. And then you're always adding on that last number, that new number. Eventually we're going to n. So this is what we call open form, and we want to close this up because right now it would be plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus ... all the way to n. And we want to close that up so we don't have to have that ... in there anymore. So we want closed form. So the trick to this is to look at the start and the end. So if you look at the start and the end, they add to 6. Just so happens the middle, the second and the second last, also add to 6. And this middle term is half of 6. So let's look at that pattern here. The first and the last add to 7. Second and second last add to 7. And the middle two add to 7. They just don't have that middle term. That would be 3.5. Here, first and last add to 3. Here, first and last add to 4. And that middle term is half of it. And here we have add to 5, add to 5. So let's start making a table of all this. So with the first one, we were adding the last and the first digit together to become 3. For the second one, we were adding the first and the last digit together, and then we were multiplying, and then we were adding half of that. So we were doing 4 plus half of 4. For the third one, oh, sorry, that was for the third one. For the fourth one, we were adding 5 together 2 times, and that was it. For 5, we were adding 6 together twice, and then half of it. And then for 6, we were adding 7 together 3 times. It appears that we have the number, or the index value, and we're adding 1 to it every time. So the last plus the first. And that is being not necessarily doubled every time, because if we look at 5, it was 6 plus 6, so that was done twice, but then half of that again, so 2.5 times. For 6, it was done 3 times. For 4, it was done 2 times, which is half of 4. So the number of times that it's done is the number divided by 2. So let's just walk through that, starting with 6. So the number 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 is going to be multiplied by itself 3 times. For the outside, second, and third in. For 5, it is 5 plus 1, which is 6, multiplied by half of that amount, 2.5. 1, 2.5. And we can keep on going. Let's just go to 3 and see how that one checks out. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 times half of 3, which is 1.5, which would be 4 and 2. So this is the pattern to find the first 100 digits. It would be 101 times 100 divided by 2, or just times by 50. This is the closed form of the summation of I from I equals 1 to n. You need to have that memorized, so you need to have this written down.